It is Tuesday, April the 22nd, 2025. I am James. You are you. We are here for another thrilling edition of the show that is advertised every Monday at 9 p.m. but happens most Mondays at 10 p.m., but more recently, every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. The At Home with James show is taking a cool turn and making some changes that we think, you might like. Everything you enjoyed on Mondays at 9 p.m., but more recently at 10 p.m., is moving to Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m. It's the new At Home with James lineup, including James, no guests, and Dave. Could you imagine if I just hosted this show like that all the time? Better yet, could you imagine if I talked like that all the time? Go to a funeral. Sorry to hear about your deceased father, but I think something that might cheer you up is tuning in every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. on Twitch. Thought we were going to leave this place. We're still here. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, maybe we should go back to celebrating 5 years of At Home with James. Maybe we do like when Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted the recount of the gubernatorial race of California. We're doing a revisiting, a retrospective on 5 years of At Home with James. I mentioned him a couple moments ago. I was stalling for time because he was setting up a fun background for himself. But let's welcome the former side piece, the former co-pilot, but he is this show's main squeeze, both mine and yours. His hair is looking real poofy these days. Around these parts, we used to call him Dave Kaufman. These days, we call him 9:30 Dave Kaufman. Dave, how's it going?
It's going good, James. How are you?
I'm doing well. You're really happy with this background, aren't you?
Yeah, it's in celebration of our new starting time. Oh, I'm
Yeah, do
getting
you
a
think
phone call.
is this? Oh God, is it from your wife?
No, it was a Facebook Messenger call where the audio of the ringer went through the broadcast.
Now, who is calling?
My friend Greg.
Greg. Yeah, shout out to Greg.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
Shout
we've
out.
never done shout outs on this show.
Yeah, I felt
Yeah,
like
I'm officially declaring tonight's shout out night.
Shout out to
Anyone who
Greg.
comes up, anyone who comes up gets a shout out. And if you're watching right now, let us know if there's a friend, family member, heck, even an enemy you want us to shout out to.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brodog thought he got a messenger call, but no, it was me.
Wow, you sent everyone watching this show into a spiral.
It's one of my classic pranks, James.
Oh yeah. You're an original prankster.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a jackass.
Yeah. The original jackass.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a Jamie Kennedy experiment.
Yeah, you're a bit of an Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, a punk.
You know, there was that story about him that's really flown under the radar is he was scheduled to go out on a date with a woman who was then murdered.
Ashton Kutcher?
Yes.
I feel like there's a lot of, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised, now, allegedly, I'm not even going to say.
Shout out to Ashton Kutcher.
That I feel like if you found out like a really messed up story about this guy, like later on, him and Kunitz or whatever, it wouldn't be shocking.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah. Wouldn't be shocked to hear something naughty about this guy.
Coming in from the chat, Brodog1991 writes, shout out to my mom who I was just on a Facebook Messenger call with. Heck yeah.
Shout out to Brodog's mom.
Shout out to my mom who I had coffee with a couple hours before the show.
Shout out to James's mom. Shout out to my mom who is going to lend me her car tomorrow so I can go to the dentist.
Okay, hold on. Speaking of your mom, Dave, I have not brought this up to you.
Okay.
Your mom slid into my DMs on Instagram the other day.
As one does.
I'm going to fire up. I did not answer it because I was out and about. She sent me, I see, I'm not going to say your mom's name. We'll just say Dave's mom. And she sent me a reel.
Okay.
The reel account is Save the CBC.
Okay.
I have not watched this reel. It's 4 days ago. I left your mom on red.
Wow. Power move.
Also, I will say this. It's occurring to me. I've taken red receipts off of Instagram
So
messages.
people can't see when you read something?
Bro, as you might say, no shot.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Let me see. Let me see if you did. Let's see if I can. I'm going to send you something. Don't read it.
All right. Yeah, we're doing some live QA testing here. The real Andrew McKay writes, quote, Mom night, I just had dinner with my mom who was visiting Toronto. Shout out Andrew's mom.
Shout out to Andrew's mom.
Yeah, on the we guys, on Tuesdays at 9:30, we do things a little bit different. We celebrate Mother's Day a month and change a little bit early. So Dave, you're sending me a message to see if you can
Yeah.
here we go. So you sent me a disparaging word.
Yeah.
Starts with a B, ends with itch. I've opened it up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see that you read it.
Dave,
Yep.
how do you feel about your mom sending me messages?
I mean, I think that she knows that we're friends, and she
Yeah.
knows that you're into,
Saving the
Canadian
CBC.
media, and CBC is a notorious Canadian media
You
company.
think that your mom thinks that I'm into Canadian media?
Oh, for sure, yeah. A guy like you,
Well, do you talk about me with your mom?
sometimes,
My mom asks questions about all my friends,
yeah,
specifically how tall are they?
yeah.
Yeah.
And what'd you
I
tell her
said you
about
were
me?
5'5".
That's a lie. Survey says, "Er."
All right. Now, is your dad on Instagram?
No, I don't think so.
Is he on Facebook?
He was, but I think he might not be anymore.
Okay, he's not down with Zuck.
No, he's not down with the Zuck. He's not down. He is on WhatsApp though, so he is technically on a Meta product.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Dave, we
yeah.
spent some time together this past weekend.
Did we?
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. It's a big weekend
Not as much as I would have
for
liked, James.
not as much as you would have liked. Dude, I've been trying to hang out with you for months.
It's kind of true.
The other day, I was in your neighborhood. I said, "Hey, Dave, what about today?" You're like, "Oh, yeah, I've got the day off."
Yeah,
Then I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" You're like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with some woman and some kid."
yeah. And I said, "Why don't you join us?"
And I said,
No. And then I said, "Oh, we're done hanging out. You want to come join us?" And you said, "I'm already gone."
Yeah, as the Eagles once sang,
Yeah.
"'Cause I'm already gone." Dave,
Yep.
we spent a bit of time together. I thought I was going to see you not only on Saturday but Sunday, but
I
you
wanted to come on
bailed.
Sunday. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I got caught up in a bedtime scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I said it last week, putting the cards on the table. Dave, your kids are ruining your life.
Well, they're a
Pause,
handful.
pause, pause, pause. Hold on.
Okay.
Social life.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't say it if I was.
I mean, my social life's not ruined. It's just different. Now I socialize with little kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Sir, why
I
don't you
went
take
on
a
an
seat
Easter
right there?
egg hug.
Why don't you take a seat right there?
Yeah, sure. I'm sitting. Can I have this cookie?
Of course you can.
Mm.
Dave, we got together
Yeah.
on Saturday to watch the first of a two-night WrestleMania extravaganza.
Yeah.
And the talk of the night, especially the next day, you were not there, but it was addressed how puffy your hair is.
Oh yeah. Who addressed that?
Was a friend of mine has never been on this show, Mike,
Yeah.
said, "Hey, Dave's hair was real puffy yesterday."
Yeah.
Now, my friend Neil, who was also there,
Yeah.
claimed that it's becoming a Jewish afro.
Okay, a Jewfro.
Now, yeah, now,
The
yeah,
collo-
that's
the
the word he
colloquial term,
used.
yeah.
He's also Jewish, such
He's
as
allowed to
yourself.
say that, yeah.
Yeah,
The rest
How-
of you have to say Jewish Afro.
yeah, of course, yeah. Which
Can't
happens
use
to be
the
my
slang.
that happens to be my WhatsApp username.
Yeah, sure. Jewish Afro 69.
Now, Dave, would you say, looking at your hair, that you're in the midst of growing a Jewish afro?
Let's see here. No, not quite, because the proportionality isn't Afro-like.
It's more like rooster hair. You're growing the Kramer.
it is more like rooster hair.
Yeah.
I'm not an Afro man.
Jerry, they said I was growing a Jewish afro. And then he wants to, this is in the episode, he wants to lay claim that he can call it what you would call it.
Yeah, and then he happens in on a law firm, and people think he's a lawyer because they think he's Jewish because of his Jewish afro.
Yes, there we go. We've just written a new Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
Dave, you were there for night 1 of WrestleMania, night where a bunch of guys get together to watch other guys fight. Dave, what were your thoughts on night 1?
Night 1, you
had a cold beer. You had a Coors Light.
I did have a Coors Light. I enjoyed the company. I didn't love the wrestling.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was a little bit boring. It was a little bit boring.
Okay.
I'll just leave it at that.
Well, Dave, you're not going to offend anyone.
Yeah, I don't want to offend.
I don't think the superstars of the world wrestling entertainment are watching.
In case your Paul Heyman's watching, in case your Roman Reigns is watching, in case your Seth Rollins and your Bam Bam Bigelow's are watching.
Well, may he rest in peace.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it didn't have me hooked. That's all I'll say.
Sure.
And I also feel like I didn't love the venue. I don't know. Something, it didn't feel like it was a big to do. Yeah. The magic wasn't there.
As someone who went to a stadium show in February, I thought, this stinks.
Yeah, you're a bit of a wrestling connoisseur.
Yeah, I'm a sommelier.
Yeah.
An arena show is so much better than a stadium.
You think it's just too big, maybe?
Yeah, the arena, you're trapped in, there's a roof. The energy is rocking. You feel the vibrations.
Yeah. But do you think it's because people are too spread out, or you're just basically too far from the ring?
I think you're too far and the noise escapes. But I will say, when the people that decided to stop by on the second night, it was a much better show.
Yeah. Was it?
Now, what about this? What if we promote Dave Kaufman's WrestleMania?
My WrestleMania moment?
You know how there can be cover songs? What about if you cover WrestleMania?
What would I have to put on a full wrestling show?
2 nights at the Olympic Stadium.
Okay. Sure, yeah.
You've got the money for it.
Who would I? Yeah, I mean, who would I be able to book WWE talent, or I'd have to find my own talent?
You gotta find your own talent.
Okay, well, I don't know.
It would be, spoiler, this show would suck.
Oh, come on. We haven't even heard what who's on the show yet.
All right.
I'm going to get George Clooney.
All right. Okay, so George Clooney is up front as a headliner.
Yeah. He's got his new dyed hair. People were complaining about that.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
He's headlining. And then he's wrestling, Brad Pitt.
So your headliners are not wrestlers.
Because they have great chemistry, but they're actors. They can act as though they were wrestlers.
You know what's crazy? That if someone said, this Saturday night on pay-per-view, George Clooney versus Brad Pitt, people would buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Only on Crave.
This is Dave WrestleMania. This is a big event. This is the biggest Dave
event of the year. It's not even Dave Kaufman's WrestleMania. You've changed the name to Dave WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's right. It's the biggest.
What about an over the top rope battle royal featuring a variety of people named Dave?
Sure. You'd have your Dave Coulier, who's in cancer remission, get him in the ring.
Yeah, shout out Dave Coulier.
You'd have we're gonna get who are some other Daves besides Dave?
Yeah, there's
Coulier?
A lot of Davids.
David Schwimmer will get in there.
You mean Dave Schwimmer?
Dave Schwimmer, Dave Duchovny from Red Shoe Diaries.
Yeah, Larry Dave.
Yeah, Larry Dave. Larry Dave Cable Guy.
Yeah, all right. We're running out of Dave, so now you've added Larry the Dave Cable Guy. Because this pay-per-view is only available on Dave Cable. You're also launching your own cable
my own streaming service called Dave.
Yeah, Dave Cable.
Yeah,
and it's a streaming service, but it's called Dave Cable.
Yeah. And, Dave Suzuki is going to be there, too.
Is this the stupidest thing we've ever discussed?
No. Not even close.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty low.
Dave's WrestleMania.
Live on Dave Cable, a streaming service.
Yeah.
Which features Larry the Dave Cable Guy.
Larry Dave Cable Guy. It's
Yeah.
not.
All right.
There's no the.
As
It's
it
Larry
as
Dave
it
Cable
pertains
Guy.
to entertainment of the athletic variety that
Mhm.
is not scripted, Dave, the NHL postseason is upon us.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, my hat is different tonight.
Oh, that's
If
a
you
nice
can't
hat,
tell,
James.
my pillow is different tonight.
Well, that's a nice pillow,
Dave,
James.
for the first time since reaching the Stanley Cup final, vos Canadiens are in the
Have
playoffs.
we started the series yet?
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
the goal horn from the 90s and the 2000s. Game 1 was last night.
Oh, how do we do?
They were trailing 2-0 in the third period.
Ooh,
They
that's
came back
tough.
to tie the game
Hmm.
and then lost in overtime. It
Ooh,
was encouraging and heartbreaking.
brutal.
Now, coming in from the chat, Brodog 1991 writes, quote, good NHL year for Canadian teams so far. Now, last week, this is the point. I'm recapping comments from the chat from last week. He said he was watching the Leafs game, which I believe means he's either a Leafs fan or a Senators fan because they're in the same series, or maybe he's just a hockey fan, or maybe based on this chat, he's a fan of Canadian teams. I'm here to say right now, I'm not one of these Canadian people who wants a Canadian team to win the cup. I
What
don't
about the
care. I want
Canadians
I want
team?
I want the Montreal Canadiens to win the cup. But if
Oh.
someone's like, "Oh, but you got to be pulling for the Oilers. They're Canada's team." I'm not pulling for the Oilers at all.
Well, who's your second? Who's your if the Canadians
I
don't
don't
win?
have one.
You don't
I
have a
don't have one.
second. You don't have a
No.
second choice.
No. There ain't no second choice. If I had to, maybe the Red Wings, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
The is Steve Eiserman there?
He's the general manager.
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were always the brawlers, the physical team, right?
Well, they had a lot of Russians on the team, and
Yeah.
Russians are known more for their finesse than brawling.
Okay, okay.
You might be thinking of the Philadelphia Flyers, or maybe to a lesser extent the Boston
I
Bruins.
could be thinking of those.
So Dave,
Yeah.
do you think you're going to get caught up in playoff fever?
I mean, I haven't so far. Honestly, I don't even know who we're playing.
The Washington Capitals.
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna pick
It's a
it up.
winnable series. If you're asking me, it's a winnable
It's
series.
winnable.
I think so.
It's winnable. I'm in then. I'm in.
Yeah, and I've watched almost every game this season.
Here's the thing about me and hockey is that
Yep.
when I was in high school, I was in a hockey pool. I was super into it.
So we're talking about 30 years ago now.
Well, not 30, but
That's what I
20,
said about.
25.
All right.
And follow every game. And then I was just like, this is a lot of time. Why am I doing
Yep.
this? I'm always also disappointed. I'm like mad all the time.
So you only followed it because of your damn pool?
Well, I was into it, and I also had the pool, but I just was like, this isn't healthy for me. So I distanced myself a little bit from hockey. And then
It
every time we have a
wasn't.
playoff run,
Hold on. It wasn't healthy for you. What was happening?
what was happening?
Yeah.
I get anxious. I get
You get heartburn?
no, I'm just
You
like,
get anxious.
yeah. I'm just like, oh, are we gonna win? It's coming down to the wire. Oh, we lost. It's been a lot
Yeah,
of
you know what?
losing.
That is the thing. The other day, so last week it came down to the final game of the season to
Yeah.
clinch a playoff spot. I dreamt about the game all night, and then I woke up at 6 in the morning. I couldn't fall back asleep, and then I was just up.
Yeah, exactly. So you are experiencing those aren't positive reactions to external thing
but
that
may I
doesn't
say this?
affect you. Yep.
Isn't it nice to feel something? Nothing else is getting me up at 6 in the morning. It's not friends, it's not family, it's not work.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You got to care about something.
Yeah, what do I care about? My family,
Yeah, well, they're the ones destroying your social life.
my job.
Dave,
That
maybe
sucks
we
too.
should watch a Canadians game together.
Sure, I'd watch one with you.
All right.
When?
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to that.
When's the next one? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow I got to work tomorrow night.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can't even watch the games.
Yeah, I can.
All right. Well, then watch one with me.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow I work tomorrow night.
Okay, well,
I'm
the next
teaching
game
a
then.
class.
Okay.
Teaching a class.
All right.
Okay. So let's make the plans.
All right.
All right. You want to make it interesting?
Sure.
All right, now you might be thinking betting on the game. I'm betting on if you actually hang out with me to watch a game. What's the parlay?
The
What's the
parlay.
over-under?
The over under is. I'd say it's less than 50%.
Wow.
But you can parlay that. What would be the parlay if I get drunk?
Wow, I would love that.
Yeah. So you'd have to get the odds of me watching the game with you and leaving my family.
Yeah, you get drunk and then you
Parlayed with
accidentally
me getting
drive
drunk.
into the railing on that overpass on
Yeah.
Monkland.
And then the third parlay is me getting a DUI. Yeah, that's a pretty
Yeah.
rare bet. I would take
Dave
the
under
opposite.
the influence.
I would take yeah, Dave under influence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, a lot of DUIs at Dave WrestleMania. That's for
Coming
sure.
in from the chat, Brodog1991 writes, quote, not a Leafs fan, I wouldn't embarrass myself in public like that. This guy's got to be a Sens fan or he's just a fan.
I have some friends who were like major Sens fans, Montrealers who were major Sens fans growing up for some reason. Yeah, that's just like that was their team. Don't know why they didn't live in Ottawa. But some people get
this
obsessed.
guy's saying, not at least, I don't want to embarrass myself like that in public. I think it's way more embarrassing to wear a Senators jersey.
Okay.
Friggin' 3D. What is it? I don't even know what it is. A knight? A musketeer?
It's a senator. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just, but senator from like Roman time. No, it's
like
three musketeer.
It's like, why would you name your team after a politician? It's like the worst thing.
Yeah.
To possibly want to be inspired by.
The Musketeers is a good name.
Yeah, that's a good name. D'Artagnan, and then you can be like the captain would be the D'Artagnan,
or like the mascot or something like that, and he's like a dandy. and the mascot talks.
Yeah.
Hello, my lady.
True. There's not enough mascots that talk. Are there any? What?
Well, I believe that Bonhomme Carnival talks.
Yeah, but he's not a mascot. I read a.
What is he?
He's just a guy in a. He's just a.
Yeah, it's like. Salut tout le monde.
It's true.
C'est moi. Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
Hold, please.
You getting a messenger call?
An artifact from my emporium of collectibles. Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Salut tout le monde, c'est moi, Bonhomme Carnival.
And then look, he even this comes with dabbing action.
That's cool.
Is this the stupidest thing we've ever done on the show?
Not even close.
How about this? Oh, it's a surprise. James is not hosting tonight.
Je suis ton animateur, Bonhomme Carnival.
Say, Bonhomme Carnival, I've got a question for you.
Un question?
Yeah.
Vas-y, mon gros.
How would you like to wrestle at Dave WrestleMania, a stadium show at the Olympic Stadium in 2026?
Bonhomme Carnival, un lutteur.
Oui.
Génial.
There you go. Merci beaucoup, Bonhomme.
Merci à vous.
Wow.
Yeah, in this
Booked another
world,
one.
Bonhomme Carnival can fly to space and he talks.
It's sort of like an 80s sound effect for flying.
Yeah. Brodog1991 writes, just a Crosby fan. You mean Sidney Crosby, future Montreal Canadian?
Yeah, what's the deal with that? I heard something about that.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of talk that it's like, it was his favorite team growing up. Of course, the Penguins, they're terrible. Crosby's gonna want to come to Montreal, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, thanks for calling in to our radio station.
Yeah, that was Maurizio from Riviere des Prairies.
Next caller.
Yeah.
Do you think that Sidney Crosby will be joining the Montreal Canadiens?
Yeah, it's me, Luigi from Pointe-aux-Trembles. Sid the Kid is coming. I love the show. Bye.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for calling in. We got one more caller on the line with a contrarian opinion.
It's me, Andrea from Montreal East. I don't think he's coming next year. He's coming the year after.
Oh, wow. Thanks for calling in. There's been a Bonhomme Carnival
This is
sighting.
the dumbest episode we have ever done.
Bonhomme Carnival's flying into the World Trade Center.
Yeah, second bonhomme.
Yeah.
Oh no! Je trompe! Yeah, we discussed WrestleMania and hockey. Now,
well, what did you think of
wasn't-
WrestleMania, James? You didn't say anything.
It's fine. I've been watching it since I was a kid. When people get outraged, I don't care that much.
Was
It's
there
just
outrage over this one?
Yeah, of course. But it's funny. I was the guest on a podcast earlier tonight where we talked about
Oh,
this.
congratulations! Your career is really
thank
taking
you.
off.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting booked on podcasts now, and coincidentally enough, this show never came up once.
Oh, great!
The podcast is called "Go Plug Yourself." I
Okay.
didn't even think to plug this.
Why? All right. Okay. You just plugged yourself.
Yeah, I plugged a wrestling show that I'm in this week, as well as Myland Improv.
Nice.
I just didn't care. And wrestling, any last year around this time we did March Madness nerd subsets. Wrestling fans are in there. It's just like anything else. If things don't go exactly the way that they think they should, or it's like, this person, they deserved better. What do you know what any of these people deserve?
Hey, who's that big sort of Russian guy that got introed on Raw last night? They made a big deal.
Rusev, he's returned, yeah.
Is he cool?
Is he cool? I mean, he's not John Stamos cool.
What about John Cena?
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah.
You ever sing that song to your
Well,
kid?
his name's my name too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your name?
Yeah. Whenever I go up, people always shout that.
What did I think? I didn't care. I had more fun socializing, and on the Sunday, I split some wings with a friend.
Ooh, that's good. What, Buffalo Bills?
Buffalo Bills. They got the skills to thrill. We ordered 50 wings.
Holy.
I think, or 30 wings.
50.
Yeah, and a crudité, which was just crappy celery and carrots chopped up.
Wet?
And
Were
then,
the carrots wet?
Slightly, but not bad. Then and if you're a Quebecer, this will be understandable, un frite familial, which translates to family fry. Dave, when you hear family fry, what do you think?
I think of a pretty big fry.
Yeah,
where if you...
bro, I'm gonna tell you, this was a pretty big disappointment.
Really?
This was a bag of fries in a brown bag. I said, this must be a small family.
Frite familial, I think, more fries than you can even eat with 4 people.
Yeah, this was.
That's what I think.
I could eat 2 of these on my own. I quickly want to jump into the chat. Real Andrew McKay writes, loved Mania weekend. I want to hear about it, because this is the thing. Sometimes when people talk to me about wrestling, I try very hard not to yuck their yum. When I say whatever happens, I don't care. It's very hard for wrestling to move me because the magic has been broken. But there's plenty of stuff that I like, but I watch it from a different lens. So when people are like, oh, I loved this, but maybe I didn't, and I have XYZ reasons, I won't ever say it, because I just don't think it's right to yuck people's yum with wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you're enthusiastic about a thing, do you say that? Or just if you're negative about it?
Well, a lot of times I'm like, oh, I like the idea a lot. Mm-hmm. Like I thought last night, there was a lot of interesting storyline shifts.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I don't want to be this person in the way that you didn't want hockey to make you sick.
Right.
Popping Gaviscons because your favorite player, Steve Yzerman, didn't score a goal.
Yeah, popping Blue Chews.
Oh yeah, Blue Chew gives you wings.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Dave?
Yep.
Easter just passed.
Yeah.
Tell us about your Easter weekend with your family.
I went on an Easter egg hunt at a farm called Quinn Farm, which was cool.
You didn't invite me again.
No, didn't invite you because was planning on going with other families. And I know how you don't like other families, but the other families couldn't go because they didn't buy tickets in time.
Was it sold out?
It was sold out, yeah.
Okay.
So,
now, was there animals, a petting zoo?
There was animals. There was sheep.
You keep telling me, oh yeah, we'll take you to the petting zoo. I like animals and I like petting zoos. I like the sensation of a bunch of barnyard animals licking my hand.
Dude, I've seen so many animals recently. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I went to...
see one in the mirror every morning. Shout out to Dave's Mirror.
Yeah. I went to the Cavendish Mall last weekend, and they had a double-decker petting zoo.
Why wasn't I invited?
And they had a cow.
Dude, I don't get it.
And this cow licked my hand, and it was so slimy. It was nasty.
Why wasn't I invited? You don't invite me.
Do you want to go?
You know I do.
Well, too bad. It was only last weekend.
Just answer, why don't you invite me?
Sometimes I do, and then sometimes it's just like a last minute thing.
No. You never have invited me to go see animals.
Not true. We went to Echo Museum together.
That place sucks.
See?
A bunch of the animals are hidden.
Okay. A second tower. It's been it.
I just want the invite.
Okay. All right. Next time, I promise you this. I'm going to pledge it on the show.
Pledge allegiance to the James.
In front of 2 people. I pledge that next time I go to a petting zoo where you can get little food and feed the animals, and they lick it out of your hand.
I want to add a parlay to this.
Okay.
No other families are invited.
Okay. Well,
including yours.
Well, no. I'm not going to go to
just
a petting zoo.
you and me.
I'm not going to a petting zoo by myself or as an adult without kids.
You'd be with your greatest friend.
I know, but I'm not taking you to a petting zoo like you're some sort of like person who needs a shadow.
We're going as friends.
Yeah, but I don't want to go. I go to a petting zoo all the time.
Yeah, but you'd be going with me. We'd make it more fun than with your kids.
It's not that fun.
Can I have a granola bar?
Plus, the problem with petting zoos is sometimes the animals are too full if you go too late, and they don't want to eat. They don't want to eat the food out of your hand. And
imagine they put a sign around like a sheep's neck. I'm full.
Yeah. And then you're just like force feeding them grains, and you feel like you're making veal basically.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you did that. You buy your kids a bunch of chocolate?
No. Well, they got chocolate at the Easter egg hunt.
You didn't buy your kids Easter treats.
My mom. Shout out to Julie. I just doxed her.
Get back in my DMs, girl.
Shout out to my mom. She bought them chocolate, and then they had chocolate from the Easter egg hunt, and then that's enough chocolate. They'll be bouncing off the walls.
Did the chocolate your mom bought, was it good or was it crappy?
My mom
always chocolate.
She always goes a little bit too fancy on the chocolate. She goes like, it's like sometimes she'll give me dark chocolate. Or sometimes she'll give the kids chocolate. They just want like junk chocolate, but she'll go a tier up.
But you don't like dark chocolate?
Not as much as milk chocolate.
I think milk chocolate, as you get older, is too sweet. I think you got a bit of growing up to do, Sonny.
You're probably, you know what? I'm going to say this. You're right.
When it comes to chocolate, I'm a sophisticated mama.
You're right, but I'm not wrong, if you know what I mean. The tummy wants what it wants.
I'm not right, but it's okay. There's this Biologique store across the street.
Ooh,
they have all
healthy.
These like chocolate bars that kids would never want.
Yeah.
There's this one, brown butter.
That sounds good.
Dude, this thing.
A little bit of brown butter.
Takes it to the limit. Yeah, it's my WhatsApp username.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're over there okay, hold on. Now, we can agree mini eggs are awesome.
Yeah.
What about Kinder Surprise?
I mean, Kinder Surprise is not good chocolate, but
it's not good chocolate. Your kids aren't old enough.
But my kids like it. They like getting the little toys inside. They got there's Paw Patrol themed Kinder Surprise eggs, and they got a little Zuma and a little Sky toy out of their.
We're not talking about this. Okay, I'm not talking about Paw Patrol on this show. That's where I draw the line.
You know all the Paw Patrol characters, right, James? Marshall, Rebel,
I think
Chase,
it's ripe.
Zuma.
It's ripe for someone to make a thing called Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paw Balls.
Yeah. Now, what about the Cadbury cream egg? I love it.
They're good. I'm going to say this, the controversial opinion. I don't like the Cadbury Cream Egg McFlurry for McDonald's.
It's okay. I find the chocolate, because the Cadbury Cream Egg, it's hard and it requires work.
It sort of just dissolves.
You can't bite like this. Like, you can't do this with a Cadbury Cream Egg. Your teeth aren't strong enough. You got to do one of these. You got to crack the nut.
That's true. And then the other thing, you got to get that nut for sure. Yeah. But the other thing that can be troublesome about the cream eggs is sometimes if there's an older one, the cream's a little bit too
18 and up.
Yeah, okay. The cream's a little bit. It's not
like
moist enough. It's too dry.
Oh, you like them young and moist.
I like a moist cream egg. I'm not.
Yeah.
Don't shame me for that.
I would never dare dream to.
Well, don't. Coming in from the chat, you won't talk about Paw Patrol, but you want to go to a petting zoo.
Yeah, this Barnwell guy's been riding his high horse like a musketeer.
He has a point.
Dandy.
He has a point.
Ever since he won the Demolition Derby to be declared funniest person on the show, which frankly, I'm the funniest person on the show.
Okay.
Right?
Certainly the most muscular. Okay. And the best dancer.
Yeah.
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 And the best prancer.
Yeah, and the best vixen, 3 X's. Whoa, I'm getting excited here. My station has been jostled.
Wobble wobble.
What I hated as a kid was
the table with that blue chew.
those like big hollow Easter chocolates. Like even as a kid, I knew like these aren't good.
Yeah, with the hard candy eye.
It got to a point that
my grandmother used to get me those.
My mom stopped getting us candy, started getting us full-blown presents for Easter.
Whoa, you
are
spoiled.
It ruled. I was.
Yeah.
I absolutely was. But I don't think that it has lingered because we didn't realize we were spoiled. It's like, yay, this is fun. We get everything. Now I'm just like, no, the things that you want, you gotta work for it.
I didn't get Easter gifts, I don't think.
You didn't even get to drink blue Gatorade. Your mom thought you were too stupid to drink it.
Well, she didn't think she thought I might confuse windshield wiper fluid for blue Gatorade.
Yeah, and how does that differ from what I just said?
I mean, she thought I was capable enough intellectually to drink the drink, but she also thought that it could cause an accident later on.
Yeah, the accident would have been, my son is too hydrated.
Yeah, my son's windshield is so clean.
Yeah. All right, so that's that as it pertains to Easter, or you might think. Dave?
Yeah.
On this show, we've had a variety of discussions about Christmas. Yeah, this very one, but also Halloween.
Sure.
Are they sexy? Now, for the first time ever, is Easter sexy?
What was the verdict on Christmas? Christmas sexy?
Well, it's a hung jury.
Hung jury, okay.
Most people say no. I think Christmas, everything people bring up, I go, is that sexy or is that romantic or is it nice or is it loving?
You can make anything sexy though.
Yeah, but the argument is it inherently sexy?
Well, Easter is not inherently sexy.
It might be less sexy than Christmas.
What's Easter? It's the Christmas is when Christ was born, and Easter is when he came back.
Yeah.
I mean, coming back is pretty sexy.
Yeah, but then there's also the more commercial part. It's Easter bunnies and chocolate. I guess you could rub chocolate all over someone's body and lap it up with that tongue.
Yeah, or you can wear like a sort of a titillating Easter bunny costume.
Yeah, bring like a nice ham dinner to bed.
Yeah, it's true. You can
put it on your lover's back and carve it.
Yeah, that's true.
Hold on, close your eyes and think about what that looks like, Dave. You're in your bedroom.
Sure.
Bring a nice baked ham.
Yeah.
You say, "Hey, baby, I'm gonna stop this right now.
Keep going. I don't want you
to get hungry."
Oh, yeah. Let me slice off the end of that.
But you know what's interesting is, Dave, you also celebrated Passover, correct or incorrect?
Yeah.
Is Passover sexy? Is any Jewish holiday sexy?
There's no sexy Jewish holidays.
What's the sexiest? Is it Purim?
It might be Purim, I guess.
Is it Purim or Purim?
I mean, it depends on...
Like porridge.
I would say either
or
one
is
is
it
fine.
Purim?
I would say Purim or Purim.
Well, I can't say it that way.
You can. I'm giving you a pass.
No.
I'm giving you a P word pass.
Give me that J pass?
Yeah. You can say any P word you want tonight, James.
So is Easter sexier than Passover?
I would say, yeah. Passover is like, it's like, oh, the Jews were slaves in Egypt.
Oh, easy.
And then we had Moses, who talked to God, and he had 10 plagues to exert on the Egyptians, and then we escaped. It's not nothing sexy about wandering through the desert for 40 years.
Yeah, it gets real dry out there.
Yeah. Nothing sexy. You want a nice wet oasis. That's a sexy thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dave, how would you make Easter sexy?
I mean, bunnies. I'm thinking bunnies. I'm thinking
Playboy bunnies?
Playboy bunnies. If I was doing Dave's Sexy Easter.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
I'm announcing right now.
Okay.
A year from tonight or whatever equivalent day.
Yeah.
At Home presents Dave's Sexy Easter.
Okay. Sure. He has risen.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
Okay.
Well, I want to confront you about something, David.
Sure.
I don't think the concept of having a sexy Easter is something new to you.
Why is that?
I was doing some research leading into this. Oh, what do people think? Is Easter sexy anywhere else? I was going through Reddit. I was going through 4chan. I was going through everywhere.
I gotta say, before we, you're known for your diligent research for the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I found something that shocked me, surprised me, and dare I say tantalized me just a little bit.
In that order? You were shocked?
Yeah.
Then you were surprised after being shocked?
Mm-hmm.
And then you were tantalized?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to hear what you found.
Over the past few months,
Yeah.
I found out you wrote a book.
Yeah.
I found out that you've got an underpants line.
Sure, yeah. I'm a sort of prolific entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, I found another product that your name is attached to.
Well, I've been, I've licensed my name just the same way that The Rock is attached to Zoa.
Yeah.
I've attached myself to a few different projects that I suppose I support.
Okay, so I would like for you to bring the image that I found, right-clicked, saved as,
Yeah, right. Okay.
and I want you to leave it on screen.
Sure.
We're just going to sit in this.
Okay.
We're going to sit in it.
Okay. So may I read it? Or are we sitting?
No, we're going to sit in it.
Okay. So they say the sitting's the new smoking.
Dave, you can read it.
Okay. So I'm going to read the box first because the rest is sort of just the sort of copy attached to the main product. So this is it's part of the Signature Series, which is a great product line. But it's Dave Kaufman's.
No, it doesn't say Dave Coffins.
David Kaufman's. Just sort of off-brand for me, but that's all right. Easter flavored candy G-string. All right. I suppose, yes, this is one of my products.
Keep it on screen, please.
It is on screen.
Yeah, now I want you to read the copy.
I'm going to read the copy. So that was part of the Signature Series, David Kaufman's Easter flavored candy G-string. And the copy says, I'm about to read it, it's edible and digestible. Okay. I mean, you definitely want one with the other. What's headed down your bunny trail this Easter? Now, I wasn't responsible for the copy. I'm going to take it off screen. I wasn't responsible for the copy myself. I had a team of people working on this.
Now, Dave,
yeah,
there's a couple things I want to address.
Okay, you go ahead.
What does Easter flavored mean?
That's a great question. You know how Christmas has sort of inherent flavors. You have your candy cane flavor. Mm-hmm. You have your chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Well, yep. Like that, all holidays have flavor, sort of a flavor profile associated with it.
All of them?
All of them, yeah.
What's St. Patrick's Day's flavor profile?
Green. So Easter.
What about Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving would be turkey and gravy.
Halloween?
Halloween would be Skittles.
Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day would be cinnamon hearts.
What about Victoria Day?
Victoria Day would be Earl Grey tea.
A lady named Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria Spice.
Yeah. Okay, so Easter flavors.
Easter flavor, sort of a chocolate.
Oh, so it's
flavor.
like St. Valentine's Day.
No, Valentine's Day, if you recall, is cinnamon hearts.
Let's bring that picture back up.
Sure.
Once again, we're looking at a preview of part of David Kaufman's signature series of edible and digestible
Yeah,
undergarments.
so this was sort of a huge.
Dave, that candy G string doesn't look like chocolate to me.
Well, I don't think that's a G string.
Well, it's what the box says.
You're
You don't know your own product, Dave. What do you think a G
Well,
string
I don't
is?
think it's a G string, James. I know it's one. I know that it's
Yeah, it
one.
looks like classic candy flavors.
Okay, let's put it back up.
White, pink, yellow, purple.
Yeah, so those are all candy chocolate. They're not
Now,
chocolate. They're flavored.
Have
They're
you done
chocolate
any
flavored
QA
candy.
testing on this G string? You eat these? You wear these?
Sorry?
Any QA testing?
Well, sure. So, a lot of people brag about how their products are edible, and that wasn't enough for me. I insisted that they also be digestible, so you're not puking them up afterwards.
Sure.
Yeah. So we did a lot of QA testing to make sure that the candy would start in the mouth and sort of travel the digestive tract all the way to the rectum.
Now, I'm curious to know what differentiates this product and the signature series from your other products. What makes it a signature?
Well, actually, this is sort of a product that was done in partnership with the G-string company.
Wait, there's a G string company?
So you know how some like you'll have a specialty version of a particular product that might be sponsored by someone.
Yeah,
You hear about these kind of things.
sure.
Yeah, there's like a David Schwimmer swimming cap, something like that. Well, this is my
Like the
version of
Foreman Grill.
the Foreman. Well, not the Foreman Grill because that's a product on its own. This is more like
Okay.
you have a Dorito, and this is like a specialty flavor Dorito that's sponsored by one particular person.
Right.
Yeah. So this is my version of the candy G string, which is
Okay.
and I made sure that mine was digestible.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see what other parts of the signature series are going to be coming out throughout the rest of the year.
Sure. I mean, I couldn't announce it now without.
Oh,
I
no.
like to have a bigger sort of reveal.
Yeah, we'd want an image for that.
To kind of build the hype of the products that I'm
course.
launching, because it's important to me that these things kind of steamroll. You got to have the big first push, and that way the product goes all the way downhill. You know what I'm
Understood.
saying? Yeah.
Well, Dave, I'm glad that my digging rendered another great result. With time remaining,
Yeah.
as far as I know,
Sure.
barring some unforeseen incident,
Yeah.
we will be back next week on Monday.
Yeah. 9:30.
Is it 9:30?
I think I can do 9:30 now.
Is the show 9:30 now?
I think my kids go to bed. I've managed to move the bedtime a half hour earlier, guaranteed. So 9:30 would be a safe bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it hasn't been a great month for episodes. We've only done 2 episodes
Sure.
in the month of April.
But the month isn't over, James.
You're right. Well, we're looking at a week from yesterday.
That would be the 28th.
That's correct.
Yeah. Is
So
there
maybe
a hockey
we're
game that night?
No, there isn't. They play on Sunday.
Okay, great.
I mean, there is a hockey game, but it won't be the Canadiens, which means I won't be watching.
Okay. Well, you got to support your Canadian teams, though, James.
Well, I don't.
Your Edmonton.
I barely support Team Canada.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
What about when we were, battling the states?
4 Nations?
Yeah.
That was way more interesting because of the political turmoil.
Sure, it was in an intense climate.
Now, coming in from the chat, Brodog 1991, our official playoff correspondent writes, Leaf Senators going to OT. That'll probably be pretty exciting.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch that. When's that happening?
Right now.
What?
Yeah. I think the Maple Leafs have that series.
Yeah?
Yes.
I kind of want the Senators to win.
I'd prefer that Ottawa eliminates Toronto, but I think Toronto. I have a bad feeling it is going to be a good year for them.
A lot of my friends are Senators fans.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. strangely.
Yeah.
And here you are, a lonely Steve Yzerman fan.
Yeah.
Dave, final thoughts before we call it a night and I go pick up a pizza that I ordered before the show?
If you're out there and you're hungry, get a pizza. Or get 50
or Snickers.
wings. Yeah, or a Snickers.
I would love a bunch of wings with my pizza.
And if you're an interested person and you want to be part of next year's Dave's Sexy Easter, then hit me up, and I'll be holding auditions.
Yeah, you'll be hosting in a Hugh Hefner-esque outfit.
That's right.
Well, Dave, I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. And as we like to say every now and then, we've done it again.
Yeah, great.
Folks, thanks so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this post-Easter extravaganza for Dave Kaufman. I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. And, of course, be well.